how are you? Today, we are not going to talk about something difficult. We are going to talk about something that everybody experiences. We are going to talk about something that everybody knows so well that we don't even perhaps have to define it again, which is a crisis. But what is a crisis? And how does everyone have experienced it before? The answer lies in this speech today. So let's talk about crisis first. When we are talking about crisis, you might have different definitions about it. Well, I'll define crisis as a set of problems, or basically a bunch of problems. Every single human who has ever lived on this planet has had problems in their lives. Nobody has a perfect life. Everyone has their own problems. Many people do not know how to overcome the problems. And that's what we call struggling. We struggle to understand. We struggle to overcome. But what exactly are we trying to understand? What exactly are we trying to do with the struggling that we did before? We are struggling to find about ourselves, to find out how much do you value yourself. Don't get me wrong, the valuing here does not mean numbers. We cannot put numbers onto people, but the value is something that you like about yourself. Trying to understand yourself better. We are human. We will always have flaws. And that is not something that we should be embarrassed with. I have flaws. I have problems. I have weaknesses. And so is everybody else. But what you have to understand, you have to see inside. Or perhaps the easiest way is to look in the mirror. See for yourself who you are. Not just by your appearances. Not just by how smart you are, but how good you are. At a very big basic instinct, human can do good things. Try to value yourself as what good you have done, and there you can see who you really are. Do not expect people to like you. Do not expect people to help you if you have never done it before. We are asking too much for something that we did not do. That is a problem. And that is why people are struggling, but they could never overcome it. Because at the end of the day, what they are trying to do is just struggling, but they do not change themselves. Change how you act. Change how you think. Think more about others that we do not live by ourselves. There are people out there. Well, the simplest thing to greet someone. You might not realize it, but sometimes a small greeting means a lot for some people. Try to say, "Hi, good morning, how are you today?" As fake as it is at first, but you will try. You will learn to get used to it. People will like you. People will think that you care about them. And that is exactly what you should do. You should care about people. Okay, now try to imagine this in your heads. No one wants to talk to you, not even greet you. But then there's someone with a very bright smile simply saying, "Hi, how are you today?" You can see the words on my shirt, right? How are you? Those simple acts of kindness can change you, can change how people see you. And then you can see the value of yourself because you can see that you are capable to do a good thing. So do not be afraid to do small things. The smallest step, one little step could take you far away from where you are right now. And then you can see that this struggling part is going to be easier. Because we are not going to be alone anymore. We are going to have friends. We are going to have families all at once. Girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want to call it. They will be there for you. They will serve you, they will comfort you with all of your problems. So you will realize that basically all the struggling that you have done before was not as good as this one because you never valued yourself. Try to change yourself. When you change, when you have changed and get people to realize how good you are, people will be there for you. In that way, all your problems that maybe seem very big will change this little because you are not alone, because they will be there for you and you can see your value. They can see your value. And at the end of the day, the crisis will be nothing than words. I'm Reyhan Keisya from Muhammadiyah 8 Junior High School, Yogyakarta. Thank you so much everybody for listening. Hope to see you next time. Wassalamualaikum.